Greetings, welcome to the Lcac. We're going to be working on the instructions for the Lcac, which is a giant hovercraft thing. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's just instruction work. So come join me, and yeah, let's go over to our ad spot, and we'll jump right over into the studio, shall we? And get to work. Wicker Prints, your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printer parts. If you like what I do, definitely like he does. There's custom stickers and custom 3D printer parts for my mocks and a lot of other critters mocks. So you can check them out. Do www.fritz.com. Take a look around, it's for free, and yeah, enjoy that. And let's go on over to studio. Alright, so yeah, we'll be working on instructions for this. So I guess without further ado, let's just go right into instructions, shall we? Cloop. Okay, this is one to be two separate things. Don't do that, please. Thank you. Ooh, that is kind of a little laggy, but that's fair because this thing has a massive amount of parts. Actually, you know what the first thing I should be doing is, besides messing around here? Give it a second to have its heart attack here. First thing I should actually be doing here is going to model info. Price each. Here we go. Okay, it's having some issues with some light bluish gray gears and a light bluish gray Technic axle. That probably means that they are not the correct color. Color validator. Yep, here we go. Technic axle. They're in here. Okay. Well, let's see. What length are they again? Hold on. Hide. You, my good sir, 8 long. That means they are black. Okay. And then shawl. There we go. That takes care of that. And Technic gear. Oh, also inside of there. Okay. Oh, dark bluish gray is the only option. Alright, so dark bluish gray it is then. Alright. Anyways, I have something I gotta show you guys, and that is ka-chow, all of these wheels. So something I have done, and I can already see that we're having some issues here. It's clipping in this area right here. It looks like I can just delete some parts, and that'll like stop the clipping. But yeah. So, some modifications I have done in the background are these gearboxes back here that you can see. When you roll this thing along, yes, hi Tyler, welcome, will spin the rear fans. I have added gearing inside of here and all the mechanics, so pushing this forward will spin the fans, and also these little casters here, specifically, will change the direction of these little like steering blowing fan things as you push it along. So just a little bit of play value, a little bit, not a whole lot, little bit. But this will only be specifically on the blown up inflated skirt one. Anyways, I need to fix that. I just saw that, so let's fix this real quick. Okay, wait a minute, what? Oh, this is not... Okay, hold on. This is not actually, like, connected properly like it should be? Oop, that is not how that should be. Hold on. There's something is wrong? Can we... There we go. Okay, now it's fixed. I don't know why the inflated skirt was actually not connected. Okay, so that's not clipping anymore. And that's not clipping on me anymore on that side. Okay. Alright, I fixed it. Alright, so the skirt just wasn't properly attached for whatever reason. Anyways. Okay, so since that fixes that, model info, price each. Okay, so those blue... Why are they Maersk blue? Okay. I gotta find those now. So let's just go plump this guy down. Maersk blue, there we go. Select by type and color, doink. And there's the two of them right there, I can see them now. And let's, medium azure. Alright, that should get rid of like about 40 bucks off of the top thing. Yes, question, what do you have there? Okay, the phone is 8 bucks a pop. This cone is also 8 bucks a pop. Looking at almost $1,500, this thing. Per my last DM, will you be tweaking all my military boats? Yes and no. I do know that that little one, I still haven't done the test build on it yet. There's, I need to do a bricklink order as when I can. And then your little other carrier ship thing, I know you wanted interior, so I gotta work on that when I get around to that. 1,500 currently. We're working on some fixes here to try and get the price down to a more like stomachable amount, but also this thing is 8,000 pieces. To say that cheap to compare to Brickmania. Okay, select by type and color. Grab these. I think I might. Oh, I have a lot of those. Like, what if I change those to light gray? No. Okay, what if I change those to black? Okay, I might change those little bars to black because that is just overall cheaper. All right. Okay, these phones are killing us right now too. I know there's a couple of them like up top here. Anywhere else? In the rear as well. Okay. They're kind of perfect for what they are. But light bluish gray is the best color. Dark bluish gray, however, is cheap. I think I might just do a color swap then. Oop, nope. Select by type and color, please. Thank you. Grab the phone and dark bluish gray. Also, compared to Brickmania, this model is better. Okay, but let's not brag. Let's not brag. That's bad. That's bad. I have done my best on this model, and that's what it is. And I am working with basically unlimited budget, since this is me, and you guys are the ones that have to suffer, basically. But you guys enjoy that for some reason, so yeah. Okay, cones. I don't think I can do anything with this scaffold bit, because these are already, yeah, they're already light gray. I don't think there's anything I can do about scale. Sorry, what did you say about budget? Brickmania stuff probably has like a certain budget that I can use its parts for, but also ordering, branding, and then whatever to make money over top of that, since they sell full-on kits. You guys love me because I design to design. I don't like be like, hey, I gotta design this, and I gotta design it within this budget, and I gotta make packing materials and all this jazz, so I can ship you a completed kit. Because, like, okay, if this was a complete kit, say, like I had to order all the parts, and I had to order all the parts in bulk, of course, to make multiple of these, this price here would probably almost be double in the end. For the packaging, for all the parts, instructions, probably stickers too, because making it fancy. Things like all about that. Though I wonder. Now, I'll actually, you know what? After we complete this, I'm wondering if I shouldn't pass this off to Lcac, because if Lcac can produce this, that would be even more cheaper. Probably looking about even like half of this. But then again, there's probably a lot of parts in here I have to change out too. Like especially like these older parts, like this part would have to be probably just a transclear giant brick thing, and then you just have to use stickers with the lattice texture over top. I'm sure there's probably other things that would be upsetting. Minifig hands would be a no-no. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things. Anyways, model info, price each. We're looking for, okay, those cones, where are they? They're right here. Do flat silver. Some color things. Flat silver. So yeah, flat silver brings it down quite a bit. What's going on here? What are you messaging me here, Tyler? Looks like a container truck shipping yard thing. Oh. You want me to do a truck shipping yard thing? Model info. Okay, price each, so we deal with that. We can't deal with this. Supports. Because these are just, those are what they are. One of these in light bluish gray costs so much. Okay. 25893. Okay, let's see here. 25893. There she is. Link. Light bluish gray. Select by color. Where is she at? Nope. Sorry, type in color. Okay, she's over there. That means we can probably just go ahead and just make this transclear, honestly. Blink, delete that. There we go. Yeah, that can just be transclear like that. That is fine. That won't destroy too much of anything. Model info, price each. Yeah, we're already dropping by quite a bit. Price total. Whew. 146 of those, 121 of those. Is there anything here that we could do to cheapen up things? I don't think so. Minifig neck brackets. Here we go. Using a ton of these. Where am I using those at? That'd be the biggest question, because I'm using 25 of those. Minifig hands. Those are just expensive because I'm just using a crap ton of them. But if I can drop the minifig neck bracket costs down quite a bit, that would help too. Only thing though is I do not know where that is at. Never mind. I see it now. There we go. So if you did, oh, it doesn't come in old light there, like blue gray. Okay, so that one's probably not a changeable part. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think we have basically lessened it as much as possible. The costs. So final cost is an estimate of about $1,400 in Lego parts for a model that is, let's actually go to model info, physical information. There we go. So it's about 30 inches long, 16 inches wide, and about almost 10 inches tall. I think we can just round up to 10 inches tall. Hold on, I need a ruler. 30 inches long. This thing's almost like a yard long. Oh, hello, blockheads. Working on some SnowRunner file editing. And dang, 16 inches wide. 16.7, so that's like almost 17 inches wide. That's like almost as wide as my keyboard. I'm using like a big old Logitech, like full keyboard thing too. Height is about 10 inches tall. This thing's sizable. This thing's incredibly sizable. So for about $1,400, you two can have a pretty gigantic hovercraft model. Alright, anyways, so now that we've fixed some coloring things, let's go ahead and save what we've done here. And I guess let's go into instructions mode. Start breaking this thing down. So yeah, I think I want to start with everything that's kind of going on this side a little bit. Honestly, it might be a thing where I should just do one side at a time. So just instructionize this side, pop over here, do this side. So you build up one side at a time. It's probably the best way of doing it. All right, anyways, let's get into the thick of it, shall we? Step after, select by connected, grab all of you, plop you there. Boink. There we go. Do a submodel, thank you. A few steps. There we go, there's our little window hatch thing. Let's see, we can basically do all the droid arms, everything into little bits. Let's do this side first. And then double that. There we go. Flip it around. Do this side. Double it. 2 bricks, and then the little round tiles, and then I'll finish that off as a little sub-model. There's a lot of things actually connected to that too. So I guess we should probably sub-model out this antenna structure in the front here. Select by connected, grab you, pop you there. And it's not acting connected because these minifig hands technically aren't connected. Alright, create submodel. So yeah, this will probably end up just being like a ton of submodels. Yeah, let's just have the antenna get shoved through first, last. Those two, clip that. Grab all of this, create to a submodel. Thank you. Step after. This will probably end up being a sub-build thing where I just do a little diagram to show you that you shove your hands in there with a little bit of text to tell you how to enlarge the holes. I can probably do, yeah, the full light I can do. Actually, no, let's do, wait a minute. Yeah, because these are different. Yes. Okay, so I need to do those separate, and then those two next. There we go. These two lights can go, and then little plates, and lastly you. Then we'll take off this little bit. These little guys, take out the light. Oop, take out the lights, and then probably do those two together, and that can just be the first step. We're there. And yeah, this is just going to be a lot of that. Those two are the same, so the nice thing is I can actually just submodel these two together. Oop. Drag you over there, thank you. Create to a submodel, thank you. Create to a submodel, thank you. Link submodels. Ta-da! Something weird has happened and my outlining has disappeared. Another one. Alright, and then just a simple boop, and that's done. Yeah, it really is just going to be like a ton of like little submodels for little builds, just all over this thing again. Oh, MTA fan, welcome. Not working on train today though, but yeah, just putting together. Actually, honestly, that can probably just be like that. Just a little small two-step thing, and I can just make it to where it's just in here in the instructions. This thing's massive. Okay, these two little guys, actually I don't need to be submodels, neither does that guy. This guy can be a submodel though. Select by connected, come here, little buddy. Another weird antenna thing of some sort, I'm guessing. I don't even know what this is, honestly. Okay, you two, and then you two, and that's enough for that submodel to be done. Still like other things, don't mind. Giant hovercraft, especially hovercraft that are about a yard long. Because I was looking at the measurements earlier, and it's about how long this thing is? 30 inches from front to rear. It's a big boy. Okay, and the next thing to submodel honestly would probably just be this lifeboat thing. More questions? I mean, you could just go ahead and just ask your question. You don't really need to raise your hand in this class. Let's see here. Yeah, these are connected up by the top bits there. Where do you even start with instructions? Top, going down. That is how I always start it. As I pick, especially on this model, is I just pick a corner, and it seemed to me like return to parent. It seemed to me like this corner over here was probably the best place to start. That way you could see the nice, lovely detailing of this side. Oh yeah, it was it's a little arbitrary, but also it's just like, it just kind of felt right that this side was the correct one for this model in particular. In your opinion, if I'm building a medium or a large city, how many gas stations would suffice? I guess that would depend on technically your citizen count. Because I always think about these things in like real life terms. So like my hometown has about 2,000 people in it, and it only has one gas station. And it's like a 4-pump gas station, and that like suffices perfectly fine. But then again, like we have another town that is like 15-minute drive away, and it has a different gas station. Our hometown one is Chevron, and then the one that's far away is Shell. So some people just drive all the way to out to the Shell gas station if it's just cheaper. But yeah, honestly, if you're planning on having like a small to medium, large city though you'd probably want like 2, maybe 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. I appreciate, since there are a couple gas stations I like between the 1920s through 70s, especially 50s, 60s. Okay. Because yeah, I mean, technically, it's your town. Do whatever if you want. If it's oops all gas stations, then it's oops all gas stations. But yeah, no, I usually think about these things population density wise, and how like kind of base it on real life. So like Breakwater Pass, which will eventually be my future town layout, whatever, sometime, will probably only have like 1, maybe 2 gas stations, just because the town is going to be based similarly on like my town, my hometown. I asked though, since I want to have some variety, but not too much though. Yeah, and I mean, if you really like gas stations, sure, go nuts, have like 2, maybe there's a lot of tourists that come through, so it like provides a lot of income to your town, and gas station, like multiple gas stations could easily survive, especially because tourist season just brings in like tons of money. Things like that. Alright, let's pop up both ends. You don't really need to see both ends to be able to attach those. And then, what is the best answer here? Honestly, the best answer is to probably pull up these cheese slopes first, and then stop and flip this over. Pull that off, pull those bricks off, pull off these cheese slopes. Never mind, those bricks were kind of important. Okay, I see. Step after, rip that off. So, create to a submodel. Okay, view steps. So we have to have submodels within submodels here. All right, and pull that off and those two can be together like that. That'll work. All right, and then we're looking at this again. These two can go, and then middle brick can go. And we can just pull off, honestly, probably all of this in one go. Yeah, like that. And then maybe just pull these two plates off, and there we go. There's our starting step. That takes care of that. Pull off these parts, pull off that bit, and we got a flat bit there. All right, sweet. Okay, grab you, step after, select by connected, all that. Nice thing too is if we have certain submodels for certain things on this side, we can just copy and paste them to the other side, because we do have, oh, this one's a little bit smaller, but yeah. There's some stuff that are similar side to side. White boxes are the same. Things like that. Alright, anyways, a few steps, you're next. Doink, doink. I'm guessing there's a bar inside of here, so yeah, we can probably just do that. Rip all that out, the same one, and that out too. There we go. See how that just takes care of that little bit. This thing, I don't know, whatever it is, but step after. Can also probably rip those out. Just a little arbitrary about what we do next, but hey. I also gotta probably try and keep in focus my my tisms, because my tisms make me want to jump around a lot to different things. That probably is heavily reflected in my instructions. Okay, and then honestly, that's probably good enough. I may be bad that I just kind of assume that most people who do my instructions already have some familiarity with Lego instructions, so I don't need to break things down crazy high. But I mean, my models are kind of big and more advanced, though. Maybe I should start putting just a warning. Almost like a job. Like, you must have 18 years of experience at 16. Ah! You must have at least, 5 years Lego building experience before you can build my models. Especially something gigantic like this. If you don't have much experience, you will not be having fun building my models. Yeah, it's probably a problem. Definitely for newbies, or new people. I say newbies like I'm some weird gamer. I mean, I am a weird gamer, but still. I should probably be breaking this stuff down a lot less arbitrary, a little more stuff, and trying to make it more new people friendly. Okay, there's your airport fire trucks and stuff. Probably also got to do those airport fire trucks. Fancy things. Alright, so next is the roof bit, which is all one piece. Wrap all of this. Throw that there. Okay. That goes there. Oh, is that not even like studded in? Oh, that wasn't even like studded in. Huh. That's fine. Create submodel. And now make this bit. Okay, so all of this can go. That's stripe plus that can go. These little guys can go too. Next. And then next. And yeah, that can always go, and we'll start with the little base plate thing. Alright, so next, what I should probably be focusing on is all the little doodads up front here. There's a lot of little things happening right here. Let's do this railing part first, because it is kind of the densest bit that's hiding a lot of things here in this corner. I think those, actually, now that I think about it, I think those clip rounds that are trans clear on this thing now come in gray. Light bluish gray. I don't think they're too crazy expensive either. Oh, hold on. I got something in my eye. It's like every day, something in my eye. Yeah. Okay, let's exit real quick. All the rainbow colors. You saw those for a second. Okay, come here. Select by type and color. I do believe that these comes in light bluish gray. They do. But I'm not going to do them in light bluish gray as of right now, because that is like quadruple the price of the trans clear versions. I don't think trans clear is taking away too much of that. So yeah, let's just not do that. All right, those steps goes into steps, and then probably just double this, and then that can be the starting point. Okay, so that kind of unburies a lot of things. We can go ahead and get rid of these little tie downs, step after. Get rid of these little bits, step after. Let's see, we have just this thing, and then this bit here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's probably, actually, you know what? Oh, I can't hinge it, that's right. I can't hinge it, so I can't submodel it. There's 4 of them all around. The annoying thing, though, is that these instructions are going to be incredibly long. Just due to the fact that I'm not doing like multiple the same bit around. We're kind of like hyper-focused into like certain areas. So this may have like 4 of the same submodel, but you're going to be doing them like 4 different times. Just because they're located everywhere. They get such opposite ends. Technically, I could probably do these 2 together, because this one's like right over here. I think a lot of this, they share a lot of the same submodels set aside. Yeah, they do kind of, in the front. So I may want to change that. Alright, get rid of that, and these 2, and done. Alright, now this little like fire hydrant looking thing. And then that'll be the last submodel, and then I should be able to just rip the face off of this thing. Methinks. like a decently sized chunk off of this thing. Okay, little guy, create a submodel, thank you, view steps. It's such a tiny little thing compared to like the scheme of this model. Actually, I don't even need to do that. That would be fine. It saves me some steps too if I just presume things. Alright, so where are you all connected at? I see you're connected down here. So if I remove you and remove you, select by connected. Are you connected? Okay, you are still connected to something. And what is that? Oh, there's another one of you. Okay. Blink. There we go. Now it shouldn't be connected by anything. No, you are still connected by something. What is that? Oh, wait. Oh. Wait. Select by connected. Wait, this... Oh, here we go. This bit isn't connected to anything. There we go. Okay. I see where I was done goofing. Okay, move that back, and let's just delete that step anymore, because we're just using it to remove some of the connector pieces. Here we go. So we got this big boy. Merge into submodel. Is a submodel on this thing? Oh, there is already a submodel on this thing. No, I want to create a submodel. There we go. But before I work on that, it would yeah, no, order of operations wise, this goes in first or afterwards. This big guy right here will go in first, and then that one goes in next. That is kind of the order of operations. Yeah, I do believe that this should be able to slot in decently easy. So yeah, you'll be able to kind of like from the side here, be able to like push it in, and then like, you know, put your hand inside in order to like support these two bricks down here that are connecting it, and then just push this in, and then that should connect just fine, kind of like that. All right, so let's go ahead and just do the steps then for this guy. So this little submodel can go. This is, I'll have to edit some bits to it, but it's a kind of a self-explanatory submodel. A little bit, yeah. Because I'll have to adjust and put like an arrow or something like that to show that this just attaches to there later in the page design stuff. Okay, we have little bits here, little bits here. That whole paddle thing can go. So many like little bits everywhere. Yeah, there's some boxes there I gotta remove. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pop all that off. Yeah, because now we just have the 1x6s holding it. Should be fine. Come back here. Just do a bit of that. And finally, let's just go ahead and remove the 1x6s. Boink. There we go. Okay, now it's time for the bigger chunk. Okay, so let's do step after real quick, just get rid of those. And then over here, it's this guy and this guy, I believe. I should be holding that on. Okay. And now this chunk should be free. Yep. There we go. And that just opened a giant gaping hole into that bit. Move that back and get rid of that step. There we go. There's nothing I'm missing, right? Nope. That was that big chunk of wall. Create to a submodel. Okay, view steps. Okay, so first thing probably would be to get rid of some of this stuff that's happening here. That one next. And then all of... You know what? These are all the same part. These can all go together. That could go next. All... Okay, select by type color. Doink. Step after. Okay, those two parts can go. This one and this one can go at the same time. Those two plate stacked. Actually, oh, you're attached. Okay. Interesting. How order of operations wise, this whole thing has to go then. And these two can go. Okay, that works better. And then these kind of work in tandem the whole way. So actually, you know what? Let's flip around. Let's get rid of this little box. These bricks can go. Double plate can go. Brick and plate can go. Brick and plate can go. Actually, only brick can go because plate needs to go with the tiles. Those are connected to it. And we can just break that down like that. And there we go. There's our starter point. And that'll kind of work out. Yeah, a lot of this now will have to just be like individual little bits. Like, we're gonna be so zoomed into this as we're working on it, because it's just right here. Oh, that's only held on. Oh, okay. I probably want to remove that a little sooner. It's only 3 parts. That should be easy to identify, right? Yeah, 3 parts. That's fine. Remove that. All that. Oop, I said remove all of that, please. Thank you. There we go. $5,000 pages? You're not wrong. It is going to be a lot of pages. There is over 8,000, almost 9,000 parts in this model. I will be trying to submodel as much as I can get away with. Okay, there we go. A bunch of seats. Yeah, we can remove those plates as well too. And then that is literally the last thing I can see. So now it's time to remove some of this fencing bit back here. Okay, get rid of that, and that'll be its own submodel. Yeah, I am definitely... Because I am doing this live and I am having friends join me and people to talk to and stuff like that, I am definitely a lot more mentally okay with a lot of the shenanigans of how massive the instructions for this thing will be. I'm just, you know what? Streaming has been fantastic for my like mental stability and like not trying to like get burnout, because when I do big projects with like a lot of other people, you guys basically just watching, but like with all of you together, it just is more enjoyable. And I can just get through bigger projects because you're all here. So I can do things like this, or like the Edmund Fitzgerald, far better than I could just do trying to do the same thing on my own. Let's see here. This was right there. Now let's go ahead and just do that as a submodel. These aren't going to be together though, as you can see by the separation. We do have a double clip thing yet. Okay, minifig hands, and that's fine. Alright. Remove all of that. What is this even being held on by? Quite a bit still. Yeah, I need to break down a lot more of what's going on around it in order to have access to it. Okay, so we can remove that. We can remove that. And oh, we're having some clipping issues. Okay. This is why we do instructions for stuff, because there's a clipping right there. I think I just basically need to copy and paste this one over again. Since we have that little bit there with the door. I don't even think a minifig can fit in this corner right here. Should be able to fit in the rest of the seats if you make them lean forward, though. I think. Oh, gotta go. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. Joining for the slow madness that will be this model. Alright. Yeah, how many steps are we on? We're at 40-some steps. Okay, let's delete you. There we go. And then this little guy, I'm just going to copy and mirror across. There we go. Yeah. That should be okay. That should be fine. Now, problem is fixed. Move this panel piece up into step 1. There we go. File, save, and then back into it. So yeah, I already have a feeling I'm going to come across a lot more issues like that. Especially in bigger models, I seem to find that I accidentally do stuff like that a lot more often. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. How I did that was fine. There's nothing else on this side of the wall, right? Yeah, so all of that can go as one big chunk. And then I think I can just do the doors in big chunks too, honestly. What? What are you connected to? You're at... Okay. Oh, you're connected up top here. I see. Okay, so I can't do that yet because I gotta unhook this. Which honestly, I think we'll just be turning the camera here and just removing that. And then that frees that corner. Which means I can now do that as well. Boom. The door is now free. Oop. Bunch of little bits here. There we go. Create into a submodel, thank you. Create into a submodel, thank you. And link models. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it keeps getting rid of my outer lines for. It's kind of weird, but okay. All right, a few steps. It's probably just gonna be mostly removing a lot of this outer skin first. Actually, that can't go yet. Nope. Bottom bit can go now. And then we want to break down this upper bit. So that. Remove probably those three. How do I want to go about this? I can probably just do that, honestly. That'll be fine. And then I can just leave it like that. And yeah, I can just keep removing stuff. Let's remove the fence with these two parts. And that frees up more of that. All that can go together. That can go together. And then we have our little drink cooler in here. That's basically what this is representing. If I remember correctly, is there was like this orange drink cooler just up on a shelf inside of this thing. All right, get rid of those panels, get rid of these plates, and then we can start breaking down that back wall a little bit too. Oop, double. Okay. Try and minimize steps. Let's just go ahead and just take the whole wall out there. Take the chairs out. Take that out as one. That doesn't need to be a sub model. And this is why we're also checking for things, because this is not connected by anything right now, currently. Okay, it was connected by something earlier. You can just pull that whole bit out. Actually, you know what? No, redo that. Yeah, this whole little subsection now becomes a submodel. Yeah, because that gets linked together more later. Alright, so those three there. Those three over there, sure. Boom. It's a little arbitrary, but hey, that kind of just works. Okay, do all that. Remove the seats next. So, there's a 1x1 hollow right there. Interesting, okay. Oh yeah, this is connected to this bad boy right here. Oh hey, there's that submodel right there that we had earlier. Alright, that is that ripped down. We can... I guess go ahead and re-submodel this bit. Actually, it's a little bit different because it's taller. Is there the same thing over on this side? No. There we go. Create some model, V-steps. Basically the same thing, so we can just rip this down again. That's too many. These two first, then these three, and these three, and those two, and that can just be like that for step one. That is perfectly acceptable. Those can all go out because those are basically this is like another self-explanatory submodel. You're just putting all that together. There is no problem there. Alright, so those can go. Those can go, and these two little guys can go. And now it is ripping down this big thing. Because, yeah, this middle section right here is probably the most complicated. Or complex? Yeah, I think this is the most complex section out of, like, the whole thing. There's just a lot going on in here. Especially with all, like, the mechanics that I added that we're going to be starting to get into here. There's just a lot in there. Okay, so I want to step after. I'm hoping that I can... Okay, I kinda can. No, I can't. So this goes on afterwards, because I do believe, hold on. I cannot hide a lot of this, so let's just move this to a different step, because I want to look in here again. Because I did this stuff like, what was it, like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday? That's when I did a lot of my edits, and I've already kind of forgotten what's happened. Alright, sorry about that, I had to cough. Okay, so yeah, there is a tile there. It doesn't go that far down. So if you place this thing over top, it shouldn't push that axle too far down, and it should still grab on the inside. So yeah, no, that's all fine and dandy. And you know what? Since these are up top, let's just put these together. Oops, that is the wrong area. That one, please. Oh, those aren't even linked. Mirrored copy. Oh, okay, whatever. Because those are up top, though. Those are easy to, like, grab both sides and just do it. Oh, do these come in dark bluish gray now? Hold on. Because the nice thing about waiting forever to do the instructions for these models is some parts have generously come in, like, new colors. So parts that I didn't have in certain colors before have now become available in those colors. It's honestly actually been kind of fantastic as I've been working through stuff. Okay, no, they do not come in dark bluish gray yet. Okay, sad. Okay, so whenever those come in dark bluish gray, I probably need to make that color change. Alright, go ahead and save. Again, since we're here, and back into the instructions. Alright, so we ripped off both of those view steps. Step after, grab all of this. Oh, those are pink in there? Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to change the color there. I think they should be bright pink. Alright, that can come off, that can come off. That's all actually coming apart pretty smoothly. Yeah, that can all just kind of come off. Those two can come off, and now it's time for those two big back cylinders. The middle, and yeah, that's fine now as it is. But I gotta change the color of those pink parts, because those probably shouldn't be pink. Okay, file. Nope, we don't need to save it right now. We just saved it just a few moments ago. And yeah, this is the instruction process. In and out and in and out of the instruction mode here as we just continue to work on things. There we go. That should fix both sides. Yep, there we go. Actually, do these come in... Do these come in dark pro gray? Do they come in dark bluish gray yet? No. Actually, wait, do these come in dark pearl gray? Okay. Well, I tried. Alright, well, file, save, back into the instructions. Oh, we're at 69, nice steps. Alright, so what's next on the agenda to rip off? Probably this back bit here, because this is just kind of sitting over a bunch of stuff. And if that's removed, then this kind of clears some things up here. Alright, turntable can go probably along with the tile, honestly. Actually, all the tiles. Yeah, that's probably a better use of all of that. Then we want these plates to go, and probably these corner guys to go. Actually, no, we probably want the corner guys in still, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's actually just take out maybe all of this instead. Yeah, all that can go in one foul swoop. Trying to think, actually. Okay, I think we want a submodel here. And this is going to be a thing where certain parts aren't going to want to stay. Namely, this part right here isn't going to want to stay in place until you have slotted it in and it's with everything else. Okay, so let's just do that and remove that too. And is it connected to the front as well? I forget what else it's connected to. Yep, it's still connected to everything. All right, I need to extract this. Okay, and that's just two 1x1s. Okay, so I can just extract that entire thing. Nope, and it's saying it's connected, but I have my doubts on if it's actually connected. All right, so now that entire piece there is a whole extracted submodel. There it is. All right, so first things first, we gotta remove that all. These two, and then no, that's gotta stay on. We gotta flip over and probably extract from this side, honestly, actually first. There we go. All right, and then that kind of takes care of that. I probably should put a tile there. Okay, let's remove those, remove that, and remove that. Wait, no. There needs to be a tile there. Okay, let's go exit here. Fix that with a tile real quick. Now that we're here, I can just copy and paste. And I cannot see where that tile needs to go. There it is. I see it. Okay, I can barely make it out. I know you guys probably can't, but I can just barely make that out. Okay, and then okay, this will actually probably be easy to get to. Yep, there it is. You had it. Blink. There we go. Alright, show all. That's fine. Come over here. And hide you. And then hide all of that. Now I should have unfiltered access to basically everything else that's in here. For both sides. Ta-da! There we go. Alright. Fixed. File save. and then back into the instructions. It's like getting out of a swimming pool and then just immediately diving back in. Just getting out of the instructions, fixing a few things, and then diving right back in. Okay, that tile is going to be in a weird spot. No. What step that put that on? Oh, it put it on that step. Okay. Yep, there we go. And then we grab that step after, and honestly, that can just be like that. And that is now that section fixed and ripped apart, pulled out, and whatever else. Okay, do that. We're going to ignore that for now. And we're going to pull out the opposite side now. Which is going to be fun. Okay, step after, and then select by connected. I should be able to grab this whole thing now. Yep. Create a submodel, okay. Few steps. Sneezing, okay. So, yep, that is all like that. So, pull off all that first, flip over, pull that off, pull those two off, those two away. There is no tile? Oh, you know what? I didn't fix something in the instructions after I added those parts. Yep. There they are. So why is it only giving me 2? Something's not right there. Okay, yeah, okay. Merge into submodel. There we go. Okay, so now that tile's added there, there's a tile missing from the other side, but yeah, I'll have to find that later. There we go. Alright, submodel's done. Alright, that's done, that's done. Ta-da! And now this is the internal gearing for the turning mechanism. Part of it. There's a lot more going on through here. That is part of it right there. Okay, so probably just remove that whole bit. Right? Or no, it's actually probably better to go like that. And remove that all as one. And then probably remove that gear as its own separate piece. Yeah, okay, so let's remove all of this. And then these 2 bits, doink. I can't just pull this out though, because there's some gears. Yeah, there's that gearing at the bottom. So that's gonna have to just stick up and out of the model for a good while, because I don't think there's any bushings or anything in here. Actually, now that I think about it, this isn't even holding itself in, is it? That will, I mean, you're gonna have this flat in a desk, so this is, or on like a table or something like that. So this is just gonna, if this falls down, it's just gonna like thunk into the bottom. Yeah, now that I think about it more, hold on, I want to... Yeah, there is no bushings. Okay, so yeah, that will immediately fall out. So I just need you to go underneath for a split second here and just apply that gear. Just kind of gently lift up the model or something like that, or do something and put that gear underneath there, because now this whole axle can just come on out. And then that can come out. There we go. Origin submodel? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So let's pull that off. Okay, so probably these two bits, then these slopes, then all of this can kind of come off of there. Those can come off, and then all of that can be just one bit. And honestly, I'm just gonna bring all of this off as like one bit. I'll have to merge into submodel for a lot of that. Actually, as soon as I merge one of these into submodel, it's gonna like do a weird thing where we have multiple of these now. Isn't it? Nope. I'm actually looking at the little mini thing there, and it's actually not like that at all. Okay, merge with submodel, there we go. Alright, so this one, link together. This one, link together. There we go. And then because these are all like that, I can go grab one, view steps. And probably very similar stuff here. Remove that. Move those two big guys, and then select them off. They come off, and that can come off. That's fine. Okay, so we did that. Now we gotta do the next one, and then that takes care of basically this entire subsection. You just need to kind of just stack them on in like repeating order. Alright, that takes care of that. There we go. Okay, this looks like a lot more of like submodel nonsense to attach a lot of this. Alright, step after. Yeah, this is the old style. This was like, this is what we're gonna be taking apart right now is what was originally in. Okay, that can all get ripped out. There we go. Originally in there for the other side before I had to like gut it to add the gearing in. Fix some things. I did a little test builds to guarantee that this would be fine. The nice thing is I can just do this all in steps. Boop. And then that is the last bit. Boom, there we go. Perfect. All those slopes can come off. All that bit can come off. You could come apart too. Okay, so next, I think I need to detach some of this fencing stuff first, but first I want to kind of break this down a little bit here. And this is attached between two bits, so I'm gonna have to break down just this side bit a little bit. Oh, there is no plates in there. Okay. Means I gotta fix that now in the main model. Gotta put some just 1x2s in there. Hide, please. Thank you. Alright, 1x2 there, 1x2 over here. Bluish gray, thank you, that's done. Then off to this side over here, hide. 1x2 and 1x2, blink. Bluish gray, blink, and we're done. There. Simple fix, file, save. And back into the instructions. Alright, so now these two bits, that is... Wow, those are colliding badly. Looks like I just gotta remove the round tops, honestly. So let's put those into a different step, because that'll just make them easier to delete. Okay, all these I gotta fix too by bringing these up into this current step. There we go. The studio's having a little bit of a heart attack at the moment. Can I not lower those down at least at all? No. Okay, so... Yeah, I gotta remove the rounded tops completely. Or actually, just make them thinner, probably. Hold on. Fix it. Actually, we have a new round tile. Hold on. I might have a way to fix this. Hold on. I need to get into here. Hide you, and hide you. Okay, so you're colliding. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Let's see here. Tile round. Does this guy right here come in white? Yes, he does. Alright, well, that'll be perfect. Because then it's not destroying the looks that you can see through here. So you're not seeing like the underside of white plates and tiles and stuff. Okay, would you just get down there? Thank you. Yep, and that'll work, so it's not colliding with anything anymore. Perfect. Cool. And that fixes that. Alright, now I can continue working where I was. Okay, so I want to probably pop this middle guy out first. And then we can... Oh. I see that those rounded tiles are not in here yet. Okay, and that is next. Alright. There we go. Actually, I don't need to rip apart anything from the next side. Let's just focus on the one side, please. Okay, rip down all of that. There's so much here to rip down. Okay, now lastly, okay, we're starting to rip down the back here a lot more than the front. That's fine. We'll come back across using these little guys. And then our focus is now back on the front side here, where I think we'll just go ahead and just break this down a lot. Why didn't I grab that? Sometimes I feel like my control is just not working. Just like doesn't grab things appropriately. I also forgot to grab those. Okay, there we go. Now that fixes that. There we go. Okay, so now I can pull out these arch bits. Oh wait, those aren't even attached. Hold on. Hold on. Those aren't even attached. So I gotta pull them out with those bits. There. Now those come out as complete units. And now all the 1x1s, and then these guys can come out. There we go. Okay, I think I need to pull apart this side of the fan first. Like that. And then I can start pulling apart all of this. Yeah, that'll make a lot more sense. Let's go ahead and pull those out too. Yeah, because those should be in there. And I want to pull this whole thing out as a subsection. Oop. Into submodel. Okay, view steps. I'm just going to grab all 4 of those corners, and then that can just be its own first step. Yeah, you can clip that in, and that will basically take care of everything there. All right, so now that that's out of the way, now I can actually do this like whole top row on both sides as one little whole step. Get rid of this row, and then again we can. No, not that. Just those 6 parts. And then these 2. And then that will allow us access, or at least better view of both sides, to pull off this row here. And dunk, there we go. Perfect. Alright, and then according to what we did on this side, need to pull these off with those 2x2 plates. Because those 2x2 plates are what holding those in. What's the logic here? Okay, whatever the logic is not great, but I think it's time to pull out this whole fan casing as one thing. Okay, you're still acting connected. What are you connected to? That. You're connected to that right there. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, okay. Select by connected. Nothing else you're connected to. Bring it there. Oh, that can't be lowered in there because of that part. That singular part. Yeah, that can't be dropped in there because of this bit right here. It'll catch on those jumpers. On either side. Okay, I think the simplest answer is to actually change that part to from an 8 wide to a 6 wide. And that'll just kind of get rid of that problem of being able to drop this entire thing in there as a single unit. Okay, so back to the main model. I gotta go grab that and shrink it down. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it is connected to stuff, but yeah, okay. So replace browse all parts with a 1x6, please. Thank you. Alright, let's make sure to do the same thing on the other side too. Since these are the same. There we go. File, save. Instructions, proceed. Alright, and now that entire fan unit will pull on out of there, and we can create into a submodel, and we can put this together now. And yeah, it's connected pretty well. But slip connected. Looks like we're gonna be submodeling our submodel to make submodels. Alright, create a model, submodel, there we go. Boink. Okay, bring that off. These can be just two separate little things. Alright, oop. There we go. Alright, and then I can just be double stack. That takes care of that submodel. So yeah, that's not going through the full thing, so connected. Grab this whole shaft. Yep, we're gonna be submodeling. We're really submodeling our submodel. Because there's so many little bits that are just so duplicatable. Okay, that can all go like that. And then that can all pop apart like that. Boom, there we go. That shaft is taken care of. Now for this one, which is honestly pretty easy. Actually, honestly, I'm gonna leave that shaft on there for a moment. It's gonna work on this side of things. There we go. Yeah, I can't remove that piece because that piece is locked in there. Okay, now I gotta remove this shaft side of things. Let's do the four corners first. And these bits. And then those two, that one, and now I can start doing some major renovation here. And that's fine. Okay. And there is that whole propeller shaft assembly just dropped in there. Wow, that opens it up so much. The thing took up a ton of space. Okay, that's all done there. Oh, we can do like a bunch more of the submodel too, right now. So let's grab all of this. Okay, and grab all of that. Okay, there's a few stray bricks over here. Okay, create to a submodel, thank you. Create into a submodel, thank you. And lastly, create into a submodel, thank you. Doink, doink, doink. Link submodels. What? Failed link, not identical. How? What? Are like one of the clips different on them accidentally? Failed link, some models are how? What? Oh, I forgot to put a 1x4 tile here. I'm guessing one of the clips are different on them. Alright. If it's gonna be like that, then I'll just force it to be the same. Nope. You saw the mechanics there. Starting to show up a little bit more. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna delete you, and delete you. Because you're not cooperating. And then we're just gonna take this submodel that's up front and we're just gonna paste it around a little more. What you gonna do about that now? Eh? Model? Here we go. Done. Show all. Boom. Grab all these submodels. And plop it way up here. How many steps are we on now? 140. Yeah, this is gonna be a big one. Pages might be a few hundred. This is probably gonna be one of actually no, this will definitely be one of those instructions where I have to like export it in like chunks. Because the full thing cannot fit on to Studio. Alright, do all that, grab all that, and grab all that. Perfect. And now these. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end it off here after we finish breaking down this section of stuff. See, we're already at oop, I could have done at least that. See how those are the same, and at least those couple corners, it's just that one that's different. Okay, that one next. This one with all of its grill tiles. Oop. Next. And let's go ahead and just break this down. Oh, there's again 4 corners that are the same. This one's not the same. I don't know why it's not the same, but whatever. Okay, bricks, all that in there, done. Just a few odds and ends here. Let's just go ahead and actually just do probably that as one. Oh, this isn't actually connected. Okay, I gotta make a change or a fix there, especially this corner. I mean, yeah. Oh, that should be good. Okay, so I need to delete, yeah, all that, because I need to grab this bit right here, copy, paste, put that into there. Because where does that tile? Yeah, that tile ends up right underneath there. So I need to pull that out. Okay. Okay. Delete, paste, put that into there. There we go. Again, need to go to the bottom to grab the new parts I put in. Scroll back to the top. Oop. Scroll back to the top and put them in the correct step now, which is right there, step 1. File, save, instructions, okay. All right, so before I get too carried away here, I gotta remember that a lot of this is being held on by this singular side. I'm going to pull off some of these fence pieces for right now. This side can completely come apart. Yeah, I was using 1x5s. Anyways, I should just merge those anyways. Just to 1x5s. Okay, these two parts can come off because there's not connected anything there. This, however, let's go ahead and remove these bits and then select by connected. This can just step after, submodel that, and that can just slip into there. And then you just put the work on in the next step and you're done. Okay, select by type and color, doink. Next step. Next step. That's fine. All right. And actually, you know what? That little plate right there needs to come off. But I guess I can come off if you do stuff here, like you do that. You know what, actually these two can come off like that. And then you can grab this, and that little plate down there. Boom. All right. So I think we'll end there. That is... How do we want to divide this up? That's probably about 1/6 of the model done, roughly. Because the main mass of the model is this big base that it sits on. That's like, yeah, like 99% of the model is this big fat base chunk. So yeah, I want to say that's about 1/6, because if we divide this up, this is just all made out of a lot of large pieces, so that should go fairly quick to remove that. There's not as many parts down here as there is up here. So yeah, I think a 1/6 is a good way of putting that. So let's go ahead and go back to the main thing. Oh. Hello, Mark. Oh wow, very nice. How much money is the build? So the studio estimation, at least, is $1,300. But let's put in perspective that this thing is, let's go to the physical information. There you go. A little over 30 inches long, a little over 16 inches wide, and let's just round up and say 10 inches tall. So it's 9.9, so about 10 inches tall. So this thing is massive. So yeah, and I have going to be, I'm going to be ending off now, but yeah, we finished up about 1/6 of the instructions. There's plenty to go, still more. Got like this area over here done. I got to do the rear fan. I'm actually thinking almost, because these are duplicates, maybe it would be better actually to move over to the other side and get this be constructed, and then just kind of work on both sides simultaneously, since they are mirror opposites of each other. I'm gonna have to think on that. It might be a thing too where I should actually undo some of the instructions I did here for this section and hop over here, get rid of this cap, and then start doing the mirror, because they're basically mirror sides, and doing two sides together as mirrors would save on like steps, because I can do both sides at the same time. Well, I do not have $1,000, so that's that. Yeah, this is something that you would probably have to gather in pieces over like months before you can finally build it. Just like a little bricklink order here, a little bricklink order there, and just after maybe a year or whatever, then you build it, and then boom, you have it. You have a giant hovercraft that has play features a little bit, because these, like this little caster up front moves these little fan things, the steering fans, and then these little bits back here spin the rear fan blades. So it has some play features, and then depending on if you do the inflated or deflated, you can lower down the ramps. So still a lot to do, But anyways, I need to go clean my aquarium downstairs. Actually eat lunch, then clean my aquarium. So I need to get going. So anyways, I do hope you have enjoyed. I will probably run a poll to see if people have enjoyed this, because if they have, maybe I'll bring you guys back for more instruction stuff. But anyways, with that said, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day / depending where in the world. And yeah, take care, and I shall see you all again next time. Bye bye.